This is why we are in groups. Okay, we've got to get comfortable talking and asking if we're not understanding. Now, if your partners cannot help you, then that's when I come in, okay? Questions? We're gonna have 15 minutes per station, just like yesterday. Anthony, can you take your earbud out, sir? Thank you. I had never done stations, and I know stations is always encouraged, especially in science, but something about the chaos, the movement, it always heightened my anxiety. So it's just something that has always been a challenge. I've wanted to try it, but I've never forced myself to. So extremely nervous. It can be an animal that you make up, or it can be an animal that's already extinct. Someone has to draw it. So you're gonna pick your animal, draw, okay? And then somebody has to tell us where it lives, what it eats, and what its predators are. Then you are gonna add an event to the environment, okay? Fire, something that's gonna disrupt its living quarters. And somebody has to draw that. Then you're gonna tell me how they're adapting, what they're doing to adapt to be able to survive. Because if we don't adapt, what happens? They die, right? Okay, and then last but not least, you're gonna add another event. Okay, you're gonna add another event and another adaptation. So 3 pictures. First and second period are probably 2 of my best classes. Fairly well attendance, fairly well behaved. They are good at knowing my procedures. They know my expectations. And they're classes that I normally trust to get the job done. They approach any challenge that I give them with an open mind, and they're just great kids. Y'all gotta discuss it, y'all, as a group. Was it gross? Gross? As a group, you'll have to decide what animal. Every animal should have the name, the picture, and 4 descriptive cards, okay? And it's easier if you set them out like this. That way, y'all can discuss and kind of go through it, okay? Got it? Thank you, sir. Okay, so we have 4 stations set up in the room. I've got but 2 sets of each station. So I have 4 stations on the left side and 4 stations on the right side. And I tried to sort the kids between no more than 3 kiddos per group. Depending on numbers, there were a couple of groups that had 4. And station 1 was something they had never done before. I gave them, they had to design a flip book. We're talking about adaptations and organisms needing to adapt in order to survive. So they had to work as a group to, 1, agree on an organism, 2, see how it's gonna adapt and what environmental challenges it had to face in order to survive. And they had to draw and write. So I was very, very curious to see how they were gonna handle that station.
Why'd you say it? Why'd you say it?
Oh, she messed it in. Wait, we have to redo it.
Oh my god.
My bad. I didn't know.
What happened?
I messed up. Okay, let me erase. Give me a eraser.
What's the short supposed to look like after pollution? Very dirty short.
Fuck it up.
Put
Trash on its tail.
Okay.
Like, you know the soda can holders?
Oh yeah.
Put it on its tail. And like a rope.
Station 2 was a Nearpod, and they have done Nearpods before. So they were pretty comfortable doing that. Station 3 was a card sort, and I'm a fan of card sorts, but I have not used it in a regular class setting. It's mainly a tutoring tool that I use, or a reteach if a kiddo's been missing and stuff. So that was also, I was curious to see how they would handle that. And then you can put the picture underneath.
The words in the bottom. of the leaves to stop predators eating. Incredible layers. The thumbs on its profiles shoots bamboo.
Hold up. Yeah, I can get it on later.
So you drop the
Great.
after the
Stays away.
right? This is right here.
It is. I'm telling you. Look it up. But if we look it up, it won't be as fun. Okay.
The one challenge is in order for them to get credit, they had to submit a picture through Canvas, and it was challenging getting the Chromebook to take a picture of it because the camera's only one-sided. So I may have to rethink that one next time. The 4 stations is a 2-day work. We can't get through all 4 stations in one day. So they do 2 stations on one day, and then the next day they'll complete the other 2 stations. So on day 1, I have a slideshow up there showing them my expectations, showing them how they're gonna rotate in the stations. I show them their group. I have them already pre-sorted. So I start with my left side. I called their names, asked them to get their items and go to that station. Once 15 years teaching, to never have done this before, and we always talk about it. We talk about it in PD, we talk about it, and it's just always, it's been on my evaluations. This has always been something I've wanted to do, but it's always something I've been scared to do. So just the opportunity to learn and to grow. I've always been that teacher. That feedback is always, I'm always looking for ways to improve. And I never take it personally when something is thrown my way. I always look at it as a way to improve and meet the needs of my students.